Yes, good morning, everybody. This is the Prime Minister speaking. Yeah, speaking from the House of Commons on the new screen. The favoured look of fluffiness. I am somebody you can approach. I am somebody who tells you the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I am the Prime Minister on Techno World. Yeah, you've got all these people linking themselves into their new characters within the techno world. Many of the populace are linked into it. Growing new characters that are different from the characters within reality. Fake confidence. Yeah. Somebody who's not approachable can be approachable. Somebody who is less attractive can become attractive. Somebody who's fat can become slim. In the techno world of manipulate it yourself for your own benefit, that feeds the ego of the individual within the techno world. It feeds their confidence. It can feed a lot of other things as well. It can feed their aggression, their hate, and so on. However, in the political world, I'll stick a rabbit on my shoulders, so you'll all believe everything. And then you can vote for rabbit. Yeah, and the people behind the mask won't ever have to be seen. Just heard. You don't want a human face to put off people, do you, anymore? Well, you all emotionally attach yourselves to nice stuff, because you can, with freedom of choice. Yeah, Prime Minister Boris could have been a badger. Yeah. Do you get me? You've already, like I say, you got people attaching themselves in the virtual reality world with fake. Basically, what I'm saying is, you could all make friends with a mass rapist and not know it in your fake world. I mean, Peter Sutcliffe Jr., Jack the Ripper, hated in reality, but could just plug in to the techno world, make an avatar of himself, and call himself Humble Pie Man. And you could have another Myra Hindley Jr. She could call herself Aunt Bessie. Yeah? And shit like that, everybody. Imagine it. People could fall in love with other people's avatars, holding more than just hands with how they think and shit. They could fall in love with a fake ego character. You know, you could go to blinking court as an individual in reality. And the person who's judging you, and a few people in the room as well, in their spare time, they might be thinking they're rabbits or gendered individuals called bridges. And believe it as well, because their fake reality will be more important than even their judging in reality. Because they can be what they want in there. And everybody thinks, wow, that character, because you're good at gaming, gets credibility, doesn't it, within your techno world. And then you can go out in the reality, and you won't be able to hold on to that characteristic trait that's been building up within inside you. So you'll have a weak-minded individual going out thinking the Rambo say. Yeah, propelled by the fake confidence of virtual reality. You could all be voting for a badger or a parrot for your next Prime Minister. Yeah. Anyway, these people are touching the brains into the computer and throwing themselves into it, designing new characters for themselves. That psychological mess is going to go onto the streets. So you'll have the problems of what the streets and what life gives anyway, with added overlap of these fake characters. But the thing is, you'll clap it in, won't you? Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's clap it all in. You've got singing competitions now with people that can't sing. Yeah? You put bloody great big masks on their face, so they don't even have to even open their mouths while the record's playing. They just stand and move about, and you'll clap it in. You're changing your heads for a different look. Yeah, because they can't lie through their faces, you see. You'll clue onto that as time goes on with all the accessibility of techno stuff in your hands. You get more clued on. So when you see people like politicians lie and things like that, there's no way of getting around it apart from making a mess. So people's confusion's everywhere. Achoo, achoo, achoo. You'd be looking like Alice in Wonderland's Watership Down, Wind in the Willows, because your faces and your heads will be untrustworthy. But the new in thing is to attach yourselves to a world of techno stuff that skips around the problems of having to deal with what you see, what you lying see on the telly. It's harder as well then to see whether somebody is telling the truth or not, because you'll be conned. Yeah, you'd all like to see a fluffy cat, wouldn't you? Telling you what you can do for the day. Yeah, you'd all like to see maybe what sort of animal? A hyena. Yeah, a hyena come up and say, right, everybody, this is the news for the day on politics. Beer has gone down 2p a pint, wine's gone down 5p a pint. And everybody will be laughing. Ha ha ha, yay! That's how we like hyenas, don't we, everybody? Yeah, brainwashed to take the face away for the head and shoulders. To then comfort you and deceive you in ways you're going to be groomed to accept. Because you're self-grooming yourselves via joyeties and fun. Fake egos, fake everything. Yeah, my advice is to politicians is start with things like badgers and wind in the willows. Yeah, you're wind in the willows like Toad and all that, because everybody's into that psyche-wise, can't you? Get a few rabbits knocking about, walk shit down. A bit of the old Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, the Dormouse. Everyone's a fluffy one. Yeah, everyone's a fluffy one. Which is the comfort of the security of the United Kingdom. That can be the Ministry of Defence, can't it? Little Dormouse. You're safe and tucked up inside, are you? Hey! And then after you've used Watership Down, Alice in Wonderland, and Wind in the Willows, go the Chinese techno route. And go those, fluffy type wide-eyed animals that have all the characteristic traits of softisms and approachingness and total cutie pie. Yeah, you can rule the world with a toy. Yeah, you can have little representations in the corner of your screen. Yeah, Boris could be there chatting, and in the corner of his screens, a badger. Yeah, you got some of the females, say, MP. She can have her little screen, and in the corner of the screen, you can have her little, ego animal. It could be nice. Pussycat, and things like that. So it starts in the corner of the screen, and it'll slowly reach to the heads. Because you don't want to see people on the screen, because you can study that, can't you? You can study the faces of politicians and people like that. You don't want to change it for fakery in this rabbit hole of rabbit holeness. Yeah? They'll brainwash you first and groom you via singing competitions to accept a blag and a look. Get you in the gaming industry where you can all be like that anyway. You can be a cat, you can be a human with a cat's head on in a game. So your acceptance of it happening is closer. Yeah? And then you've got reality singing shows where people hide behind masks. So you can't even see the lips move. It's just recorded, can't it? It's been recorded. And they stand there and they all applaud. All subtle stuff, gamingly ready. That's why we're the biggest gamers in the UK. Because they're gaming a lot of you. They're gaming your brains. They're brainwashing you to be more deceived later on down the line. And you're all going to clap it in like fluffy bunny rabbits if you're not careful. Right, this, they're doing it. Yeah. Winston Churchill's turned into a British bulldog. Yeah. Wait until you can do it for real. Visually real. Just for a bit of fun, to make politics more approachable. But it just means you can't read the faces. It means you won't be able to read their eyes. But the information coming out of their techno look is all what you need. so they can lie to you and flicker their eyes like a rabbit. And like I say, if there's a war on, you can get the tigers and lions out, can't you? Or you can have a big silverback gorilla as a Prime Minister. Or you can go back to your British Bulldog. Do you get me? It's all techno in the world fun, though. You're being groomed to it slowly. You're like drug addicts of your own demise. In a soft-ass party. A failing Alice in Wonderland. And then all that type of manipulation of the fluffy bollocks that they'll have. You wait for the bad side to get in there and use that to then be hidden behind those images that you've all accepted. You're being thrown down a rabbit hole, everybody, of absolute deceiving bullshit. And it's happening already. It just hasn't come to front. It'll probably come to front a little bit more when these egotistical fuckers, with all their fake characters, being adored in games or whatever, yeah, and they go out on the street with the same ego that they can't hold on to because it's just bursting, yeah.